Sit aside and wait for this another stuff before you start.
Really?
Thanks, Gabe. Thanks, everybody. So I will officially call the 134th meeting of the Law Enforcement Accreditation Council to order. Let's do the pledges of allegiance. The flags are over here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And let's stay standing for another minute in honor of our fallen members of law enforcement and armed services who are killed in the line of duty. Thank you. I'm Joe Popkin, Executive Deputy Commissioner here at DCJS, and I'll be wearing two hats today as the acting chair for this meeting until Chief Austin is back with us in June. We wish him a speedy recovery. And Commissioner Rosado also traveling out of state, family matter. So please give me some grace and patience this morning, and that's why I have Gabe here to kick me under the table wherever I will err. So Gabe, can you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. We're going to begin with the council members. Sheriff Mashel. Here. Dr. Martin Floss. Here. Chief Deputy Leighton Filiatrout.
Here.
Mayor Robert Palmieri.
Here.
Chief Martin Flatley.
Here.
Detective Michelle Rando Williams, retired.
Here.
Sheriff Todd Baxter. Here. Reverend Dr. Marlo Washington.
Here.
Mr. Richard Wells.
Here.
Sheriff Michael Filicetti. Deputy Chief Peter Fortune.
Here.
Director William Rivera. Chief Eric Hawkins.
Here.
And representing the New York State Police, Major Kenneth Lutman. Here. And I believe we have one more individual on the line. Not a council member, but ma'am, are you representing the NYPD?
That's Zilka.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Zilka from OLS.
Hi, Zelka. I didn't know you were coming. I'm sorry. Well, the roll is called, and I'm pleased to say that we do have a quorum.
Thank you very much, Gabe. Now let's go around the room for introductions, and then we'll begin the meeting. So like I said, I'm Joe Popkin, Executive Deputy Commissioner. I'll pass it to Mike Bonds.
Mike Bonds, Deputy Commissioner for the Office of Public Safety.
Johanna Sullivan, Director of the Office of Public Safety, DCJS.
Chief Martin Flatley from Southwell Police Department, representing the New York State Chiefs.
Another Marty Floss, Chair of the Graduate Program in Criminal Justice Administration at Hilbert College.
Rob Mashel, Sheriff of Oneida County.
Carly Brand, DCJS OPS.
Sharon Biden, DCJS OPS Accreditation.
Alexa Kalis at DCJS OPS.
Kia Cheever, LPS, DCJS.
Todd Murray, DCJS, OPS.
Ashley Shiroka, DCJS, OPS.
Chrissy Isabella, DCJS OPS.
Richard Wells, President, Police Conference of New York.
Eric Hawkins, Chief, Albany Police Department.
William Rivera, Director with Opportunities for Otsego.
Kenneth Lutman, Major, New York State Police.
Michelle Randall Williams, Executive NYPD, retired.
Todd Baxter, Sheriff, Monroe County.
Rob Palmieri, Mayor of City of Utica.
Natasha Harmon Locklear, DCJS Legal.
Gabe
Zilka
Russo,
Saunders.
DCJS.
Zilka Saunders, DCJS Legal.
Okay, and then we go.
The Leighton
we'll go over there
Filiatrout,
on the
St.
far
Lawrence
side.
County Sheriff's Office.
Others online on the WebEx.
Marlo Washington, United Methodist Church.
Okay. Thanks, Sheriff Facility. And then we'll go to the far side over there.
Brad Schaefer, Lieutenant, City of Oversville Police Department. Rob Brown, Lieutenant, City of Oversville Police Department.
Garibaldi, Chief of Police Department.
Rick Richardson, Detective Lieutenant, Oversville Police Department.
Inspector Thomas Fraser, Albany County Sheriff's Office.
Craig Apple, Albany County Sheriff.
Adam Carroll, Sheriff's Office.
Chief Deputy
Somebody on the hallway?
John Pignatelli, Village of Ardsley Police Department.
Joe Saratani, Village of Ardsley, Village Manager.
Nancy Cavilion, Village of Ardsley Mayor.
Anthony Piccolino, Chief of Police, Ardsley PD.
Falco, Sheriff, Rockland County.
Mary Barbera, Under Sheriff, Rockland County.
Mark Swami, Detective, Rockland County Sheriff's.
Ted Bravorsky, Chief, Rockland County Sheriff's Office.
Richard Madden, Detective, Rockland County Sheriff's Office. And Jim Benison, Captain, Rockland County Sheriff's Office.
Michael Najalik, Sergeant, Solid Lake Police Department.
Derek Ausbeth, Chief of Police, Solid. Robert Cross, Solid Lake Police Department.
Deputy Chief Ryan Williams, SUNY Police Department, New Paltz.
Mike Obacero, Chief of Police, SUNY New Paltz.
Mary Jew, Senior Investigator, State Police.
Neil Batez, New Paltz Town Supervisor.
Dan Tarantino, Detective Sergeant, Ardsley Police.
Good morning, Tony Black, Ardsley Police Detective.
Mike Alessio, Captain, County River Police Department.
Mike Sweden, Supervisor, Town of Warwick.
John Rader, Chief of Police, Town of Warwick. Charlie Higgins, Chief Deputy, Albany County Sheriff. Mike Monteleone, Village Sheriff, Albany County Sheriff's Office.
Rob Gagliardi, Detective Sergeant, Village of Hastings, Hudson Police Department.
Peter Myers, Hastings Police Department.
Sam Becker, Sergeant, Hastings Police Department.
David Dosen, Chief of Police, Village of Hastings Hudson Police Department.
Matthew Sutton, Detective Sergeant, New Paltz Police Department.
Bob Lucchese, New Paltz Police Department Chief.
Sal Mazza, Lieutenant, Rockland Center Police.
Jim Pettis, Police Commissioner, Rockland Center Police.
Matt Vickery, Lieutenant, Rockland Center Police.
James J. Shock, Chief of Police, Waterloo Police.
Jason Galley, Waterloo Police Department, retired Chief of Police.
Scott Ferguson, Waterloo Police Department, Patrolman.
Thank you very much. And Renee, you tried to hide back there. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Renee Bowman, I am DCJS Legal Office.
Thank you very much. We'll need a bigger room next time. We'll work on that. But I appreciate everybody coming. I'd like to take the minute to recognize our new council members. Thank you, Chief Eric Hawkins of the Albany City Police Department for joining us, and as a representative of a police agency with 100 or more sworn officers. And you've had accreditation since 1999, and I won't tell you where I was in 1999. And we also have Crisis Intervention Director William Rivera of the Opportunities for Otsego Incorporated as our crime victims representative on the council. Thank you very much, William. Thank you. So I'm going to provide brief introductory remarks from our commissioner, and then we will go right into our action items for the agenda. First of all, I want to welcome Mike Bonce as our Deputy Commissioner for the Office of Public Safety. Mike Bonce, we stole from as Deputy Chief of the City of Kingston Police Department. And you've been here how many weeks now? What?
I think 6.
6 weeks. And really has been an integral asset to our office already. And I want to thank Johanna Sullivan for the last year of service, keeping our Office of Public Safety running. Not only do they support the Law Enforcement Accreditation Council, but also Municipal Police Training Council, Security Guard Advisory Council, the registry, and all of our trainings. So a very, very busy role, and Missing Persons Clearinghouse. So thank you very much for your service. So last year, DCJS marked its 50th anniversary. We continue to kind of evolve with the challenges and meet the challenges of New York's criminal justice system. For the second year in a row, the governor's proposed budget provides us with the ability to positively impact the criminal justice system and communities across New York State. The budget, which is being negotiated now, actually provides us with an additional $100 million to support our law enforcement agencies and community-based organizations. And we use that funding to invest in programs that are evidence-based and really try to drive down the causes and consequences of violence. Specifically, to further reduce gun violence and curb the recent rise in crime, we're doubling down on our programs that work. And many of these programs have not seen increases in over a decade. So we're doubling funding for our alternatives to incarceration programs to $31.4 million and providing $20 million for pretrial services to close the system's revolving door. We're doubling funding for the GIVE initiative to $36.4 million and expanding the CAC network to New York City. We're quadrupling funding for aid to prosecution to $52.5 million and providing $40 million for discovery implementation, and funding local law enforcement efforts to prevent the flow of illegal fentanyl and other illegal opiates within our communities with $9 million. Finally, we're tripling funding for our county reentry task forces to $11.5 million to provide comprehensive wraparound services and stabilization for people who are returning to the community after incarceration. So over the last 2 years, our agency's budget has more than doubled upon enactment of this budget. And so our job within DCJS is to push dollars out the door to the communities and make sure that they're having the impact that we intend them to have. But that's only possible with the partnership of all the folks in the room. So thank you very much. We look forward this year to building upon these solutions and keeping our neighborhoods safe and strong, working together and promoting public trust in our criminal justice system. So now we'll move to the action items. The first item is approval of our December 2022 meeting minutes. Would anyone like to make a motion to approve the minutes for the December 2022 council meeting? Thank you, Mayor. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Chair. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And with that, the motion carries. Next, we'll move to approval of application for accreditation for the different police agencies. But I will pause for one moment just to say that this is the easiest part of accreditation, is actually the council meeting, because of all the work that everyone has done for years leading up to it. And so thank you very, very much for continuing to make this program a success. And as Gabe knows, we have more and more interest in accreditation as we go on. So thank you. So for the first one is the Ardsley Village Police Department. May I have a motion to accept the initial accreditation of the Ardsley Village Police Department? Motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Chief. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And with that, the motion carries. Congratulations to the Ardsley Village Police Department. Next, we'll move to the Hastings-on-Hudson Village Police Department. May I have a motion to accept the initial accreditation of the Hastings-on-Hudson Village Police Department?
Motion.
Motion. Can I have a second? Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Favor? Okay. So no opposition, and the motion is carried. Congratulations to Hastings-on-Hudson Village Police Department. Next, we'll move to Warwick Town Police Department. May I have a motion to accept the initial accreditation of the Warwick Town Police Department? Thank you, Mr. Willis. And a second?
I'll second.
Second, Detective. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? With that, the motion carries. Congratulations to Warwick Town Police Department. Next, we have the Waterloo Town Police Department. May I have a motion to accept the initial accreditation of the Waterloo Town Police Department? Thank you, Chief Latley. And a second?
Second.
Mayor Pro Mary. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And with that, the motion carries. Thank you. And congratulations to the Waterloo Town Police Department. So that completes our initial accreditations. Next, we have approval of applications for reaccreditation. The first one is the Albany County Sheriff's Office. May I have a motion to accept the reaccreditation of the Albany County Sheriff's Office?
Motion.
I think home turf goes to Chief Hawkins. Can I have a second? Mr. Wells. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried, and congratulations to Albany County Sheriff's Office. Next, we have the Gloversville City Police Department. May I have a motion to accept the reaccreditation of the Gloversville City Police Department?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Mayor. May I have a second?
Second.
Second from Sheriff Baxter. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And with that, the motion carries. Congratulations to Greenberg. Next, we have the New Paltz Town and Village Police Department. Oh, sorry, Greenberg. Wasn't skipping over Greensburg. May I have a motion to accept the reaccreditation of the Greensburg Town Police Department? Mr. Wells? And a second? Chief Hawkins? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? With that, the motion carries. Congratulations to the Greenberg Town Police Department. Now we have New Paltz Town and Village Police Department. May I have a motion to accept the reaccreditation of New Paltz Town and Village Police Department? Chief Flatley, and a second? Chief Hawkins. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And with that, the motion carries. Congratulations to the New Paltz Town and Village Police Department. Next, we have the Rockland County Sheriff's Office. I'm sure the sheriffs will be fighting for.
Motion?
Yes. May I have a motion to accept the reaccreditation of Rockland County Sheriff's Office? I think Sheriff Mashel.
Speech is Sheriff Baxter.
Sheriff Baxter is the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And with that, the motion carries. Congratulations to Rockland County. Rockville Center Village Police Department. May I have a motion to accept the reaccreditation of the Rockville Center Village Police Department? Thank you, Mr. Wells. And a second? Chief Flatley. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And with that, the motion carries. Congratulations to Rockville Center Police Department. Solvay Village Police Department. May I have a motion to accept the reaccreditation of the Solvay Village Police Department?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Mayor. And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Sheriff. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And with that, the motion carries. Congratulations to Solvay Village Police Department. And last but not least, SUNY Police New Paltz. May I have a motion to accept the reaccreditation of the SUNY Police New Paltz and may I have a motion, please? Thank you, Mr. Floss. And a second? Thank you, Sheriff Baxter. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And with that, the motion carries. Congratulations to SUNY Police New Paltz. So now we're going to present the certificates. When your agency is called, please come up and accept your certificate, and you'll have the opportunity to say a few words. And then after that, we will take a brief break so that many of you can depart if you'd so choose, and then we'll continue on with the business of the council. So first up, we have the Ardsley Village Police Department.
I know. I was like, that would be me. I would do that. So I'm not even. I can't like. I was like over here like, what's my problem?
You love smiling.
Yeah. I was like, this is the first meeting that I'm like, okay, I'll sit. Don't need twice.
So in here,
This is an official part of the system.
Exactly.
the certificate of accreditation is to the Ardsley Village Police Department, having demonstrated a high level of excellence and professionalism in the field of law enforcement by meeting the standards established by the New York State Law Enforcement Agency Accreditation Council. Thank you.
The certificate is for Chief Anthony Piccolino, Ardsley Village Police Department, in recognition of your leadership and dedication as the program manager for your agency's law enforcement accreditation program. The New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services acknowledges your significant contribution toward assisting your agency in achieving accreditation.
My first time. So I want to thank the Accreditation Council for recognizing the Ardsley Police Department and for finding our department worthy of accreditation status. All of us here today are aware of just how involved taking on such a project is, the time that's involved, changes and the costs involved. With that said, I want to recognize my mayor, Nancy Kaloulian, and my village manager, Joe Saratani, who have supported this project from the very beginning and have provided me with every resource and funding needed to get this job done. I also want to thank the three officers here today who have worked tirelessly for the past 4 years, assisting me with various portions of the project. I have Detective Sergeant Dan Tarantino, I have Sergeant John Pignatelli, and Detective Anthony Vacca. Finally, I want to thank our amazing team of assessors who worked with us to get to this point. We had a few hiccups during our first 10 standard review, but our assessment team leader, Chief Russ Odell, worked with us to get onto the right track. The rest of the assessment team consisted of Commander Steve Stella and Lieutenant Daniel Villarelli. The assessment team was tough and thorough. They were also fair and always willing to assist. And I thank you again. And one final thank you to Ashley, who I have emailed the hell out of her. And she's always been there and she's always been right on time. So thank you, Ashley.
We're gonna get a picture.
Everyone can look and smile at the same time.
Probably not Dave's desk when we get back upstairs.
Hastings on Hudson will be up next.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Madam Executive.
This just sounds like lovely, huh? Hastings on the Hudson.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
It's a nice spot.
Is it?
Yes, it is a nice spot. Yeah.
It's even great when it's descriptive.
Sounds good.
Hastings on Hudson Village Police Department has demonstrated a high level of excellence and professionalism in the field of law enforcement by meeting the standards established by the New York State Law Enforcement Agency Accreditation. The council is proud to award accreditation to the agency.
The John Kimball O'Neill Certificate of Achievement is awarded to Sergeant Sam Brecker, Hastings on the Hudson Village Police Department. In recognition of your leadership and dedication as the program manager for your agency's law enforcement accreditation program, the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services acknowledges your significant contribution toward assisting your agency in achieving accreditation. Congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
Great job. Thank you.
Is there any words?
Sure. I'd like to thank the Accreditation Council for recognizing hard work and commitment to this program. And it's an honor to stand here and accept this award. I've only been a police chief for 3 years, but it seems like over 100. And it's a team effort, and I'd like to thank all of the team members of the Hastings on Hudson Police Department. We wouldn't be able to stand here today without their hard work and dedication. I'd also like to thank the support of the village and let's not forget the families. The families, I really thank my family for standing with me and achieving this goal. Thank you.
Thank you. Warwick.
Warwick Town Police Department has demonstrated a high level of excellence and professionalism in the field of law enforcement by meeting the standards established by the New York State Law Enforcement Agency Accreditation Council. The council is proud to award accreditation to the agency.
The John Kimball O'Neill Certificate of Achievement is awarded to Chief John Rader, Warwick Town Police Department, in recognition of your leadership and dedication as a program manager for your agency's law enforcement accreditation program. The New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services acknowledges your significant contribution toward assisting your agency in achieving accreditation.
Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
Going to try to hold them both. Hold it, sir.
Do you want to say a few words?
I'd like to thank the Accreditation Council. They've been more than supportive throughout the process. Aaron had said I would meet you in person to thank you in person today. Again, returning emails immediately and phone calls and answering questions. It was quite the process, and we're very happy that we were able to achieve it on the first time through. So thank you all very much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Waterloo.
And the bigger. Waterloo Village Police Department has demonstrated a high level of excellence and professionalism in the field of law enforcement by meeting the standards established by the New York State Law Enforcement Agency Accreditation Council. The council is proud to award accreditation to the agency.
The John Kimball O'Neill Certificate of Achievement is awarded to Officer Scott Ferguson, Waterloo Village Police Department, in recognition of your leadership and dedication as the program manager for your agency's law enforcement accreditation program. The New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services acknowledges your significant contribution toward assisting your agency in achieving accreditation. Congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, I was actually promoted to chief during our assessment. So I really want to thank retired Chief Godley, who laid the groundwork and allowed us to achieve accreditation, and Officer Ferguson, our accreditation manager. The success is theirs. So thank you to both of you, and also to our assessment team. Krista Hecklethorne was great, and the whole council. Any questions, it's always been a quick response. So.
Albany County Sheriff's Office.
Thank you very much. Want to have a seat? Albany County Sheriff's Office. All right, sorry.
We had a long ride here.
Where's my pen? All right. Albany County Sheriff's Office, originally accredited in 2003, demonstrates a high level of excellence and professionalism in the field of law enforcement by continuing to meet the standards established by the New York State Law Enforcement Agency Accreditation Council. The council is proud to once again award accreditation to the agency.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The John Kimball O'Neill Certificate of Achievement is awarded to Inspector Thomas Praisner, the Albany County Sheriff's Office, in recognition of your leadership and dedication as the program manager for your agency's law enforcement accreditation program. The New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services acknowledges your significant contribution toward assisting your agency in achieving accreditation.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that. Can I say a few words?
I just want to thank the council and my staff, of course, and Inspector Praisner, Commander Carroll. I think at any given time, somebody up here has worked on accreditation for us. This is our 4th time through. And very proud of the staff because not only are we law enforcement accredited, but corrections, 911, EMS, and I'm forgetting somebody in there, civil. And so it's a lot of work to keep up with all the accreditations, but it's well worth it. So thank you all.
Trying to fit y'all in there. Okay, great, thanks.
I appreciate it. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Right, sure.
Thank you. Dave, did you say Gloversville or Greenberg?
Gloversville.
See, it wasn't just me. I messed up earlier.
L comes before R, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Gloversville City Police Department, originally accredited in 2017, demonstrates a high level of excellence and professionalism in the field of law enforcement by continuing to meet the standards established by the New York State Law Enforcement Agency Accreditation Council. The council is proud to once again award accreditation to the agency.
The John Kimball O'Neill Certificate of Achievement is awarded to Lieutenant Brad Schaefer, Gloversville City Police Department. In recognition of your leadership and dedication as the program manager for your agency's law enforcement accreditation program, the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services acknowledges your significant contribution toward assisting your agency in achieving accreditation.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I have a little bit less to say than normal, but I want to thank everybody for helping us through this. We had some speed bumps along the way. We had a change of administration. I've only been chief a week, so it's been a team effort the entire time. The council, Alex, Gabe, without you guys' help, I wouldn't have made it this time. So thank you very much. And these guys' tireless efforts that got us up to speed. Thank you.
Great, thanks.
Greenberg PD.
Greenberg Town Police Department, originally accredited in 2003, demonstrates a high level of excellence and professionalism in the field of law enforcement by continuing to meet the standards established by the New York State Law Enforcement Agency Accreditation Council. The council is proud to once again award accreditation to the agency.
Thank you. Thank you.
Detective Michael Marino, Greenberg Town Police Department, in recognition of your leadership and dedication as the program manager for your agency's law enforcement accreditation program, the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services acknowledges your significant contribution toward assisting your agency in achieving accreditation.
I'll take that for Mike.
Okay.
Mike's got family matters.
Can I say a few words?
Yes, first, I would just like to thank the Accreditation Council. Take a moment to thank the assessment team that came to our headquarters. Chief Kapika originally had us accredited back in 2003, and I've been chief since August, so it's been about 6 months. The most important thing for me is not to mess anything up. And thanks to Mike Marino's not here today. Mike is, for anyone at DCJS that's had to work with Mike and deal with Mike, Mike is everywhere all the time, does everything. And unfortunately, he just couldn't be here today for something out of his control. So Captain Farina, who was a big asset to him and to us, is accepting this on his behalf. We just appreciate the chance and the opportunity to maintain our accreditation, and thankful for you working with us to help us achieve that goal.
New Paltz Town and Village PD.
Tony, you're gonna stand and get theirs too? You're like, I'm a dedicated photographer. Yeah, you do.
New Paltz Town and Village Police Department, originally accredited in 2018, demonstrates a high level of excellence and professionalism in the field of law enforcement by continuing to meet the standards established by the New York State Law Enforcement Agency Accreditation Council. The council is proud to once again award accreditation to the agency. Congratulations.
The John Kimball O'Neill Certificate of Achievement is awarded to Detective Sergeant Matthew Sullivan. In recognition of your leadership and dedication as the program manager for your agency's law enforcement accreditation program, the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services acknowledges your significant contribution toward assisting your agency in achieving accreditation. Congratulations, man. Thank you.
Yeah, just first thank the Accreditation Council. It was appreciate all the assistance that you have provided us for the last 5 years. We could not have achieved the reaccreditation without that. I'd like to thank my boss, Supervisor Neil Patez, and the Town of New Paltz Board for supporting us. And throughout our initial accreditation and the reaccreditation process. And congratulate Matt Sutton. We got thrown into the fire during assessment. He became the program manager during the assessment. So had a lot of work to do during that period. So thank you.
Welcome, John.
There you go. Rockland.
Small world.
Absolutely. Troop commander, I'm in charge of planning and research for these police. Come through our office.
Rockland County Sheriff's Office, originally accredited in 2008, demonstrates a high level of excellence and professionalism in the field of law enforcement by continuing to meet the standards established by the New York State Law Enforcement Agency Accreditation Council. The council is proud to once again award accreditation to the agency.
Thank you. The John Kimball O'Neill Certificate of Achievement is awarded to Detective Mark Swamy, Rockland County Sheriff's Office. In recognition of your leadership and dedication as the program manager for your agency's law enforcement accreditation program, the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services acknowledges your significant contribution toward assisting your agency in achieving accreditation.
Can I say a few words?
Sure. This is also our fourth time, and I want to thank the Accreditation Council. We also have 4 divisions. All of our divisions in the Sheriff's Office in Rockland County are accredited. It's an arduous process, as everybody here knows that have undertaken it. But I have to tell you, the thing that I got most out of accreditation came up in Executive Order 203, when the public came together with law enforcement in Rockland County. And when they had the questions on why we do things and how we do things and give us reasons, we laid it all out through the accreditation process and the standards that we follow through DCJS. So I have to tell you that I think every single police agency and sheriff's office in the state should be accredited. So this way we all follow the same standards and we can tell the public, who is always at our heels right now, exactly what we do and why we do it and the standards that we meet and the professionalism. And in Rockland County, we've also included our unions in it. So they know that not only is it professional, but that they can go back to the public and be proud of everything that we do, and they're part of the process. So again, I wanted to thank the council and congratulate all the agencies here today that undertook this arduous process. Congratulations to all. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Still there, man.
Oh, yeah. Rockville Center, Police Department.
Tell them I said hi.
I will. Thank you.
Wow, this is boring. I know.
Rockville Center Village Police Department, originally accredited in 1998, demonstrates a high level of excellence and professionalism in the field of law enforcement by continuing to meet the standards established by the New York State Law Enforcement Agency Accreditation Council. This council is proud to once again award accreditation to the agency.
The John Kimball O'Neill Certificate of Achievement is awarded to Lieutenant Salvador Mazza, Rockville Center Village Police Department. In recognition of your leadership and dedication as the program manager for your agency's law enforcement accreditation program, the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services acknowledges your significant contribution toward assisting your agency in achieving accreditation.
Thanks, sir.
Appreciate it.
Sure, thank you. Of course, I'd like to thank the council and Kia. I think that's you writing. We haven't met, but the emails and everything have been extremely helpful. So thank you. And of course, the assessment team, a very thorough job, but it was enjoyable for everybody. It was real great collaboration. And as we all know, you can't do this without your program manager. So Lieutenant Salvatore Mazza III here, I'd like to thank him for all his hard work and continued hard work. And like you said, we've been accredited since 1998, so I think that makes 6 times for us. So certainly instills a sense of pride in our department, from the mayor down our entire village. As we know, it instills confidence in our department with the residents of our community. So thank you all.
Commissioner, I'll send it to Nick.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Solvay.
Yeah. Solvay Village Police Department, originally accredited in 2003, demonstrates a high level of excellence and professionalism in the field of law enforcement by continuing to meet the standards established by the New York State Law Enforcement Agency Accreditation Council. This council is proud to once again award accreditation to the agency.
John Kimball O'Neill Certificate of Achievement is awarded to Lieutenant Rob Cross, Solvay Village Police Department. In recognition of your leadership and dedication as the program manager for the agency's law enforcement accreditation program, the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services acknowledges your significant contribution toward assisting your agency in achieving accreditation. Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you to everyone at DCJS, Aaron and Gabe. I've pretty much worn out my welcome with it. I've been involved with our agency's accreditation process since it began. I've been the chief for 2 years. The only smart decision I've made is to put these 2 gentlemen in the seat to drive our reaccreditation. So Lieutenant Cross and Sergeant Najalik have been instrumental, and will continue on. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Senior Police, New Paltz.
City Police New Paltz, originally accredited in 2018, demonstrates a high level of excellence and professionalism in the field of law enforcement by continuing to meet the standards established by the New York State Law Enforcement Agency Accreditation Council. This council is proud to once again award accreditation to the agency.
The John Kimball O'Neill Certificate of Achievement is awarded to investigator Wanta Carson, who's not with us today, so I imagine the Deputy Chief will be taking this forward. In recognition of her leadership and dedication as the program manager for her agency's law enforcement accreditation program, the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services acknowledges her significant contribution toward assisting her agency in achieving accreditation.
Sure, I'd just like to say thank you to the council and to the staff here at DCJS, who were always a help. Thank you to our administration, who have always supported us, and a big thank you to our investigator, who wasn't able to be here today. Myself and Deputy Chief were promoted during this process. She was already in place and had everything running smoothly.
Thank you.
With that, we'll take a brief recess and then we'll begin the council's business in a few minutes. Thank you all.
So we're on.
The proposal is for 2023 surveys as identified and incorporated in Appendix F. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
A second. Sure. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Sure, Phil, I have to abstain from on that.
Okay, we'll note that in a minute. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we'll move to the approval of the assessor applications. I believe we have 3 assessor applications: Commander Samuel Bell, retired Commissioner Frank Lawrence, and Detective Lieutenant Abraham Markowitz. And the background is provided within the meeting materials that you've all received. May I have a motion to accept the 3 assessor applicants presented to the council?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Mayor. May I have a second? Second. Thank you, Detective. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Only is abstaining. If need be, one of my guys is in.
All right, we will show back your abstains on the one candidate. Thank you. And I'm over to you for-
I just want to add that all 3 applicants have meet the eligibility requirements for approval. All 3, 2 of the 3 have completed assessor training and may be immediately utilized as assessors. Commissioner retired Frank Lawrence of SUNY is scheduled and becoming assessor training, and once he completes that training, he will be eligible to go out on assessment. But until that point, he can be approved, just not utilized. Just wanted to make that clarification.
Thank you, Gabe. And I will also turn it back over to Gabe to talk about mandatory certification pursuant to Exec Law 846H.
Thank you. So certification of covered agencies are identified in Appendix B, and this quarter we are presenting 108 covered agencies for consideration. Those 108 agencies have been reviewed by either staff or assessors that were on site for scheduled site visits and or assessments as part of the accreditation process. Specifically, what was reviewed was standards 9.1 and 12.1. Their policies and proofs of compliance have been reviewed and deemed in compliance with Executive Law 846H. Excuse me. That is in accordance with Professional Act 2021. As indicated at our December meeting, accredited agencies' research dates will mirror those of reaccreditation, and that will be to ease any undue burdens or duplicative efforts on the agency side. Recertifications will be valid for 5 years, and again, those dates are reflected on Appendix B. And for non-accredited agencies, recertification will be staggered to ensure that agencies are on a 5-year cycle. If the 108 agencies are approved here today, that will bring us to a total of 139 certified departments, which is out of 541, leaving 402 remaining to be certified over the next 2 council meetings. The goal is to obviously certify all of those agencies by September's council meeting. And currently we have staff engaged with 99 departments, and there will be an additional outreach starting next week for 100 more agencies. So as you can see, staff is certainly busy and we're keeping up on it. I just want to commend them again for all of their efforts and dedication to the program. It's a lot of work, so I just wanted to thank them all.
Gabe, can I just chime in for a second? I think, with this, the certification is really important, as all of you know and who have been here throughout, proving that we have the police that have the most professional standards and have the training. And as Gabe indicated, it is a ton of work for him and his staff. And I just want to recognize him, his leadership on that, and all of his staff, because, we've already seen some benefits for making sure, helping the different jurisdictions, make sure that the hiring and the background and all of the compliance with the registry is happening the way it should be, so that we ensure that we have the most professional police here in New York State who've been vetted appropriately, and ensure that the decertification and all those other processes are happening appropriately when necessary. So it's a lot of work, as Gabe indicated, and in a very tight time frame, but the staff is very committed to doing it and has done an amazing job so far. So I just want to commend them, myself and Gabe, for his leadership on that. And thank you for what you're doing, not only for the agency, but for the profession as a whole, and moving this conversation forward. Really, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any discussion or comments regarding these 108 applications for certification? Okay, Commissioner.
May I have a motion to certify the first quarter 2023 agencies as identified and incorporated in Appendix B in accordance with Executive Law, Section 846H, subsection 1D. Thank you, Mr. Willen. A second? Thanks, Chief Hawkins. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
The affiliate for St. Lawrence County, I will abstain.
And that carries. Turn it back over to Gabe to talk about the Safeguarding Children of Arrested Parents standard, which is.
Thank you. For the council's consideration, OPS is proposing the adoption of standard 44.4, which is safeguarding children of arrested parents, which would be the 48th operational standard and 111th total. At the December council meeting, I presented background information regarding the new standard. So I'd just like to provide a brief overview and then provide it back to the commissioner for a motion. The arrest of a parent can certainly have significant lasting effects on children, whether they're personally witnessing the event or not. And this is vital to, and really the purpose of why we're proposing this standard. It supports the immediate and future physical, emotional, and psychological well-being of the child or children. In addition, it's been demonstrated that a coordinated response, amongst law enforcement agencies, social programs, social services, things of that nature, help to maintain the relationship between children and a parent, and future enhance the child's development. In addition, sometimes overlooked, the image of police, which is developed by children during the encounters, can have long-lasting effects on the overall use of law enforcement. So this standard should hopefully help with that regard as well, and to prove, and show law enforcement in a positive light, and they would hopefully keep that with them as they go into adulthood. In addition to the standard up for proposal in the work done by OPS staff, we'd just like to thank the Osborne Association for their guidance and assistance during drafting of the standard, as well as the Buffalo Police Department, who provided their policies and has allowed us to share those policies as a resource with all of our partners in the field. The standard itself is in the council packet. If you recall, there was no changes or revisions required from our December meeting, so that is being presented in the same manner. And I will turn it over to the commissioner and open it up for questions or comments.
Any questions or comments around it, on this standard? Okay. May I have a motion to approve the new standard, standard 44.4, safeguarding children of arrested parents and guardians? Thank you, Sheriff Baxter. And a second? Thank you, Martin Floss. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? With that, the motion carries. We now have our 111th standard for accreditation. And Gabe, I'll turn it over to you for some program updates.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to note that there are 2 additional program updates. They came in late yesterday, so I apologize that they're not on the agenda. No action is required, but again, just wanted to inform the council of these additions. I will be speaking to the in-person death notifications. That was, there was a model policy approved by the MPTC yesterday. Additional regulations were modified to incorporate in-person death notifications, and there was a training module that was approved. So I will be providing an update on that, and then Natasha will be speaking on open meetings. So thank you, Natasha. I would like to begin, though, with an update on the mandatory certification program. So now, obviously, with the addition of the 108 agencies as discussed, we have 139. We do plan on certifying those remaining 402 agencies by the September council meeting, as previously indicated. I just want to note that the deadline is October 16th of 2023. So in the event we aren't able to certify those remaining agencies, we do have a little bit of a buffer. I don't really want to go there yet, but just to make the council aware, if needed, we could discuss special meetings that, you know, we could call for that purpose. Is there any questions on the process itself or where we are? No? Okay. Good. Okay.
Yep.
I'll just keep going. We have program manager and assessor trainings coming up. They're scheduled for April 4th and 5th at the Rockland County Police Academy. Program manager training actually closed within a week. We had 70 students sign up, so the interest is still there, and now we're planning to host another session over the summer. Assessor training does still have seats open, so if there's anyone that you know or would like to recommend attend that session, please let us know. But again, the interest is certainly there, and we're going to continue to provide this training as often as we can. Next, we have council member appointments. Just to echo the commissioner, welcome Director Rivera and Chief Hawkins. It's a pleasure to have you on the committee. So thank you for being here. And with your appointments, we are down to 4 vacancies. And that is that's a testament to all the work from executive staff and OPS management and everyone, PCNY. I know you have nominations in, so thank you, Mr. Wells. It's a collaborative effort for sure. So it's been great to see the council continue to grow, and we hope to fill those vacancies soon. Any questions on that? Okay. So then I will go into the in-person death notifications. Yesterday, as I mentioned, at the 261st Municipal Police Training Council meeting, the council adopted a model policy for in-person death notifications. They approved a training program consistent with best practices and recommended to the governor rules and regulations with respect to the establishment and implementation of in-person death notification training. So the regulations speak to ongoing and periodic training of police. And due to that, and obviously our purpose here is to ensure agencies are following best practices. We believe that the need for an in-person death notification standard does exist. The training requirement currently stands at 1.5 hours for police officers with an ongoing need for retraining. That ongoing need, the recommendation is every 3 years.
Yes.
we would need to build that into the standard, rather than build that into the existing 21 hours of in-service training, because that is specific to annual training. This doesn't really fit in that mold. So we feel that it would benefit all law enforcement to create a new standard to incorporate the rules and regulations as far as the notifications themselves, add the training component into that, and then obviously, the standard to speak on the best practices themselves. Any consideration, questions on that?
And we can make sure that we share with the council members the policy and the training that the MPTC, set out yesterday and share it with you in anticipation of this. But it was very well thought out. As I think those of you that know, when we do any sort of policy or training analysis on that side, we have a panel of experts from all the various representations that are on it, and they weighed in on it and brought their expertise to it. We have NYPD, state police chiefs, sheriffs, various experts. We had OCFS, I believe, on this one. We also had Office of Victim Services on this. So we have all those people who usually weigh in when we're developing a policy. But it was really, I think, really necessary. We already had it in the basic course. We didn't have it in an in-service standard, which the statute required us to do. So we added that in, created the in-service training from it, and enhanced and made sure that they complemented the new policy that was voted on yesterday. But we can certainly send it around to everybody so that you can see it. As you know, when the MPTC has a policy, we typically ensure that there's in hand-in-hand cooperation with the accredited agencies utilizing at least those as a standard. They're always need to be modified according to the size of the department, but they can be useful in that area. So,
just to clarify, Gabe, so we're not proposing it as a motion. We would send out the materials to the council members and then have this as a future agenda item.
Yep, this is just an update to advise the council that we will be proposing a new standard. I hope to have it for the council's review prior to the June meeting.
I know we're gonna get more details, but is the recert 1.5 hours also every 3 years?
Yes, it's based upon an FBI developed training that's online, and so that has been through the research, the best practices that was put out there, and we also thought it would be one of the easier ways to ensure that the departments can get the training easier with it online, and because it does meet those high standards, so that's what it's based on.
Thanks.
So it'd be 1.5 every 3 years.
Any other questions or comments on that? Okay. I will turn it over to Natasha, who again has graciously agreed to provide an overview and speak to the open meetings law and some potential changes.
Sure, I'll be brief. Currently, as you know, if you want to attend remotely for their meetings, you have to provide your location for the public to attend. Otherwise, you're not counted towards quorum or voting purposes. Well, I want to inform you that the governor signed last year, Chapter 56 of the laws of 2022, that would allow members to attend remotely without disclosing your location under extraordinary circumstances, such as disability, illness, or childcare, or any other factor as determined by the council. But in order to take part in that provision, the council needs to adopt a resolution and procedures and hold a public hearing for the public to comment on that resolution. So I'm hoping for the June meeting, we can have that resolution drafted for your review and the public to comment on.
And we just did this for Municipal Police Training Council, and so that notice was provided to the meeting notice on our website. And then within the actual meeting, we had a segment which was the public hearing for the opportunity for anybody to weigh in. So I imagine we would follow a similar procedure here. So it's not going to be a separate meeting. It'll just be within our overall meeting.
Questions or comments on that?
So if you're attending remotely, but it's not a unique circumstance, you'd have to do the public notice?
Correct.
It's gotcha.
But we would say, if there's exigent circumstances, if somebody doesn't want to disclose, they would,
right.
Pursuant to the rules that we would adopt, we'd be able to exempt them. Yep.
Okay. That's all I have for updates.
Yeah, is there any new business from any of the council members to be put before the council? Okay. With that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. Sheriff Baxter, do I have a second? Second. And all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? With that, the motion carries. The next meeting of the Law Enforcement Accreditation Council is June 8th at 10 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you.